The poem, Another Day in Paradise, is about a homeless woman who is asking for help. But people around her, including a man on the street, ignore her. Phil Collins wants us to think about helping others who are poor and suffering. He reminds us that while we live in comfort in paradise, some people struggle to survive every day. Let's go through the poem line by line. She calls out to the man on the street, "Sir, can you help me?" A poor woman asks a man for help because she has no home. "It's cold and I've nowhere to sleep. Is there somewhere you can tell me?" She tells him she has no place to stay and it's very cold outside. He walks on, doesn't look back, he pretends he can't hear her. The man ignores her and keeps walking without helping, starts to whistle as he crosses the street, seems embarrassed to be there. He feels awkward and tries to act like nothing happened. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. The singer says we should stop and think, we live comfortably while others suffer. She calls out to the man on the street, he can see she's been crying. She asks again, and it's clear she's sad and has been crying. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet, she can't walk but she's trying. Her feet are sore from walking so much, but she still keeps trying. Oh Lord, is there nothing more anybody can do? The singer asks God if no one can help people like her. You can tell from the lines on her face, you can see that she's been there. The lines on her face show she has suffered a lot in life. Probably been moved on from every place, 'cause she didn't fit in there. She was asked to leave many places because people didn't want her around. Oh, think twice, it's just another day for you and me in paradise. Again, the singer reminds us to be thankful and kind because our paradise isn't shared by everyone. Now, let's discuss question and answers. 1. What do you think the woman in the street really needs? She really needs help, shelter, food, and kindness. She wants someone to care for her and give her a safe place to stay. 2. How does the man respond to the woman's call? The man ignores her, he walks away, pretends not to hear, and feels embarrassed instead of helping. 3. Why does the writer ask us to think twice? The writer wants us to stop and think about how lucky we are and how we should help people who are suffering instead of ignoring them. 4. Why can't the woman walk? She can't walk because she has blisters on her feet from walking too much and having no proper shoes or rest. 5. Comment on the significance of the line, is there nothing more anybody can do? This line shows the writer's sadness and helplessness. He is asking why no one is helping people like her and if human kindness has disappeared. 6. Why is the woman always being asked to move on? She is asked to move on because people don't want her around. They think she doesn't fit in and don't care about her feelings. 7. Do you think the woman shows perseverance? Give reasons. Yes, she does. Even though she is tired, hurt, and ignored, she keeps trying to survive and ask for help. 8. What, in your opinion, is the message of the song? The song tells us to be kind, caring, and helpful. It reminds us that while we live comfortably, many people suffer, and we should do something to make their lives better. Identify the poetic device in the poem and complete the table. 1. Refrain. A word, line or phrase repeated at regular intervals in a poem or a song. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. To stress the main idea of the song and remind listeners to reflect on their actions. 2. Imagery. Use of words to create mental pictures that appeal to the reader's senses. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet, you can tell from the lines on her face. To create a vivid picture of the woman's pain and suffering, making the listener feel empathy. 3. Anaphora. A word or group of words repeated at the beginning of two or more clauses, phrases or sentences. Oh Lord, is there nothing more anybody can do? Oh Lord, there must be something you can say. To emphasize emotion and express desperation for help and compassion. 4. Metaphor. Comparison of two unrelated things. It's another day for you and me in paradise. To compare ordinary life to paradise, showing the contrast between the comfort of the rich and the misery of the poor. 2. Do the man's actions reveal the general attitude of society to the homeless? Give reasons. Yes, The man's actions show that many people in society ignore the homeless. Instead of helping, they look away, pretend not to see, or feel uncomfortable. This shows that people often care only about themselves and don't show kindness to those who are suffering. 3. The central theme of the song, Another Day in Paradise, is the social indifference to the poor and the homeless. Write a brief appreciation of the song, focusing on its theme, images and poetic devices. The song, Another Day in Paradise, by Phil Collins is a touching piece that highlights the suffering of homeless people and the indifference of society towards them. It makes us think about how we often ignore those who are poor and helpless while we live in comfort. The theme of the song is social neglect and lack of compassion. Through the story of a homeless woman who asks for help, Collins shows how people have become cold and uncaring. The man in the song walks away, pretending not to see her. This reflects the attitude of many people in the real world who choose to turn away from the pain of others. The song's images are very powerful. We can clearly picture the woman, blisters on the soles of her feet, and lines on her face, which show her pain, struggle, and loneliness. The contrast between the woman's misery and the man's comfortable life in paradise makes the message even stronger. Phil Collins uses simple yet emotional language and repetition of the line, "Oh, think twice," to remind listeners to pause and reflect on their own actions. The repeated phrase, "you and me in paradise," also creates a feeling of guilt and awareness, urging us to show kindness. In conclusion, the song is a powerful call for empathy and humanity. It teaches us to be thankful for what we have and to care for those who are less fortunate. Through its moving words and gentle music, Another Day in Paradise encourages us to make the world a more compassionate place.